Hey everybody, it's Zach here, and it's been a really long time since I've done a boot video, but in the past you guys really liked it, so I thought I'll do another one here, being that it's kind of time, being I got some new ones. So, first of all, I'm going to do a couple different pairs because the ones on the left here are my work boots, my old ones, and these ones are my home boots, and I normally would update you guys on both, and the reason I do this is because there's not actually a lot of information on work boots, and you can read only so many reviews before you want to see them and see what they, how they fare. So I've had these home now for a couple months, and they did really good. These are Dr. Martens, which people are really surprised about. Dr. Martens making a work boot, especially with the metatarsal guard. If you don't know what that is, there's like most of them it's a plate. Yeah, this one here, there's a plate in the tongue. So if a heavy load falls right here, it protects your foot. I believe it's like the metatarsal bone. But yeah, I had these ones for, I don't know, I think only like 6 months. And they did pretty good. Although the air sole kind of blew out right away. You see right here on this one, and I think on this one it was somewhere in the back or something that sprung a leak somewhere. But overall, the wear on the bottom was pretty good, and at first they're very comfortable until the air kind of leaked out. They have like an air cushion sole or something like that, and it's pretty good. They're very comfortable. I guess if you were going for style, as far as work boots go, these are pretty stylish. They are very heavy. They're these D30s, so pretty good. You see I wore through the toes pretty quickly, and they're full of cat hair now, but the interior was pretty decent. Get out of there. Well, it's stuck in there, but normally they wear through like that. I think the toes are kind of worn in there too. Yeah, so very comfortable boot, but just know that they're going to be very heavy. And I didn't buy them again. So, not that they're bad, but I always try something new. And yeah, so that's those. Now, these Danners I got 2 years ago, right before September. I actually got them at Goodwill for $13. Retail, these I think brand new were roughly $300, somewhere in there. And they're very good. One of these isn't like waterproof anymore. It leaks somewhere around this top part here, but I love an 8-inch boot, and I do oil these occasionally. They're actually kind of due for another one, but they're Gore-Tex lined, and they've worn pretty well. Getting down there though, there's not a whole lot of tread left, but like I said, I've had these now for 2.5 years, and these are awesome boots. They're really light. They're light almost like a tennis shoe, and the way that the lacing system works, they're very comfortable to wear all day long. The only gripe I have is that Gore-Tex doesn't breathe the best, and you won't notice it unless you have them on for like 10 hours straight. Then your feet get kind of a sweaty feeling to them. So that's how these ones look and how they fared. Another thing I really like is I don't care for boots that have stitching up here, like these. Most times this stitching will be like one of the first things to blow out. These are double stitched, which is nice, but I like how this comes all the way back, so if you're kind of kneeling or crawling, it'll wear on the actual leather rather than lacing, which tends to kind of go quicker. But the heel's looking good on these still, and overall they're very, very, very good boots. I would buy another pair like this in a heartbeat. So now, on to the new ones. So I'll just show you guys, and I'll go over these new ones. Ta-da! So these here are Ariats. I think I've heard them pronounced Ariats or whatever, but the reason I went with these is these are from Fleet Farm, and they're $130 boots. They're cowboy look, they're slip-on, but they don't look very cowboy-like on the side. I tried the square toe kind. They don't really match up with my feet, and the actual cowboy boots look a little goofy to me. So I wanted something that had some grip on the bottom, which these ones do. And like I said, the other ones, they didn't fit as well, and they were $180. These ones were $130, and I cannot remember the last time I had a pair of slip-on boots. But my thought was, I'm not going to go mountain hiking in these, right? I'll use these ones to the right. But a lot of times I like to wear boots around the house because I'll be welding in the garage, doing yard work. You guys know, I'm busy. And I'm not going to wear steel toes at home, but at the same time, tennis shoes are a little too light duty. So I wanted something I could easily throw on and get to work and then slide off, and would still offer me protection in the mud and junk like that. So I went with these. We'll see if how they feel. I'll wear them around here for a few days and see, but they're pretty comfortable. I have a narrow foot, and so I got these in mediums. They really only come in a medium or like an extra wide, so I think they'll fit good, and I'm really particular on my toe shape. I like them to look good too. Let's see here if I can get my pant leg over them. So they have a decent look to them. They're not sticking out like cowboy boots, but they're nice and easy to put on, and they do feel nice in the top part here, and I think they'll break in pretty decent. So yeah, they kind of flop in like they're supposed to. So we're going to give these a go and see. It's kind of hard to buy slip-on boots at a store like that because you just never know, but I'm willing to roll the dice because I'll probably have these for a really long time, and they're going to be great for the projects I have going around here, and in a few years, we'll probably be getting another place, so we'll have that going on. But I have my pair of Crocs and I have my pair of tennis shoes, but sometimes, in particular, today it's a rainy day. Tennis shoes, if I'm working out in the yard, they're going to get soaked. The Crocs, that's just a no-brainer. Even on a dry day, they're going to get full of rocks and stuff, so it's nice to have that full foot protection. So we're going to give these a go. But they look nice. They're double-stitched on the front toe. Nice brown. The black ones are okay, but they kind of stand out, right? You'd be surprised. You'd think the black ones would fit in it more than they do, but I think these brown ones will actually be a decent choice. So we'll see what the life is on them, and I'll have to do an update, but I had to break them in. And that was another thing too. The other boots were much stiffer than these, and it made me worried because the break-in process, it's hard to know if I got everything right, So these ones feel about right, and they're cheap enough to where you can kind of feel like, yeah, I think these will break in pretty good. So, yep, this is what we got going on. Anyways, I know you guys, some of you kind of dig these videos, and like work boots wise, it's hard to know if a work boot is good, right? Like reading a review is one thing, but seeing how these have fared, and like I said, these are only like 6 months, but where I work, we get almost $400 every 2 years to spend on boots, and a pair of boots like this is like $160. So you kind of get them when you can. They send a boot truck there. You kind of get boots when you can because the boot truck might come in 6 months or it might come in a year. You just really never know the timing of it. And yeah, so I ended up getting another pair, which I'll do a review on eventually when those are worn out. And yeah, all right, well, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you later.